Wembley roared England expected a cakewalk. The air crackled with anticipation. England versus Iceland. It was supposed to be a walk in the park for the three lions. Wembley Stadium, a cauldron of English hope, was bursting at the seams. Every fan, draped in red and white, expected a goal fest. After all, this was England, a team reborn, against Iceland, the smallest nation ever to grace this stage. The roar of the crowd was deafening. England's stars, energized by the electric atmosphere, were raring to go. Anything less than a convincing victory would be a disappointment. The stage was set for a classic England performance. The weight of expectation lay heavy on England's shoulders. This was their chance to make a statement. Gareth Southgate, the mastermind behind England's resurgence, had instilled a quiet confidence in the squad. Harry Kane, captain and talisman, was in red-hot form. The young guns, Phil Foden and Jadon Sancho, were eager to weave their magic. Iceland, on the other hand, seemed unfazed. They had already defied the odds by reaching this stage. Their journey was a testament to their collective spirit and tactical discipline. Could they pull off another shock? The noise reached a crescendo as the teams lined up. England, in their traditional white shirts, looked every bit the favourites. Iceland, in their blue jerseys, stood their ground. The Icelandic supporters, a small but vocal contingent, made themselves heard. They had dared to dream, and now, under the Wembley lights, they were living that dream. The whistle blew and the match kicked off. England, spurred on by the home crowd, immediately went on the attack. The atmosphere was electric. England's passing was crisp and precise. They moved the ball quickly, trying to unlock the resolute Icelandic defence. Iceland, however, were content to sit back and absorb the pressure. Their game plan was clear: stay compact, frustrate England and hit them on the counter-attack. The first half was a cagey affair. England dominated possession but struggled to create clear-cut chances. Iceland defended heroically, throwing their bodies on the line. The first half ended goalless, much to the frustration of the home crowd. Iceland, unyielding and disciplined, continued to frustrate England. Their defensive organisation was remarkable. Every player knew their role to perfection. They harried and hustled, closing down spaces with remarkable efficiency. England's star players, used to dictating the tempo, found themselves stifled. Kane, marked out of the game, cut a frustrated figure. The crowd, sensing the tension, grew restless. The unexpected resilience of Iceland had thrown a wrench into England's plans. The Icelandic fans, outnumbered but not outsung, continued to cheer on their team. They had witnessed their team defy the odds time and again. This time felt different. The weight of history was against them. No one gave them a chance. Yet, here they were, holding their own against one of the tournament favourites. The belief in the Icelandic ranks was palpable. They were not just content with making up the numbers. They were here to compete. England's frustration grew with every passing minute. Their attacks lacked the fluidity and penetration of the previous games. Iceland's goalkeeper, Hannes Halldórsson, was having a stormer. He commanded his area with authority, thwarting every England attack. The clock ticked on and the tension mounted. England's players, feeling the pressure, started to snatch at chances. The crowd, sensing the growing anxiety, urged their team forward. As the second half wore on, England's desperation grew. They threw men forward, leaving gaps at the back. Iceland, sensing their opportunity, started to venture forward with more purpose. Their counter-attacks, swift and incisive, began to trouble the English defence. The momentum of the match had shifted. Iceland, the underdogs, were now dictating the terms. The impossible seemed within reach. Could they pull off one of the biggest upsets in football history? Then it happened. A moment of individual brilliance that silenced Wembley and sent shockwaves across the world. A swift Icelandic counterattack, launched from deep inside their own half, caught England off guard. The ball fell to Jon Daði Böðvarsson, who had come on as a substitute. He held the ball up expertly, waiting for support. His eyes darted up, scanning the field. He spotted Jon Thorsteinsson, the Icelandic winger, making a lung-bursting run down the left flank. Böðvarsson's pass was perfectly weighted, finding Thorsteinsson in stride. Thorsteinsson, with the composure of a seasoned veteran, controlled the ball with his first touch. He cut inside, leaving the English defender flat-footed, and unleashed a rocket of a shot with his right foot. The ball flew past the outstretched arms of Jordan Pickford, the England goalkeeper, and nestled in the back of the net. Wembley fell silent, save for the roar of the Icelandic contingent. Thorsteinsson, mobbed by his teammates, wheeled away in celebration. Iceland had taken the lead. The impossible had become a reality. England, shell-shocked, was staring at a humiliating defeat. The remaining minutes were a blur. England, their confidence shattered, threw everything at Iceland. Wave after wave of attacks crashed against the resolute Icelandic defense. The Icelandic players, their bodies on the line, defended with everything they had. They threw themselves into tackles, blocked shots, and headed away every ball that came into their box. The final whistle blew, signaling the end of the match. Iceland had done it. They had pulled off one of the biggest upsets in football history. The final whistle echoed around a stunned Wembley, a stark contrast to the roars that had greeted the teams just 90 minutes earlier. England, expected to dominate, had fallen to a humiliating defeat. Iceland, the smallest nation ever to grace this stage, had etched their name into football folklore. The weight of the upset hung heavy in the air. For England, the defeat was a bitter pill to swallow. Dreams lay shattered, ambitions thwarted. The post-mortem was swift and brutal. Questions were asked about the team's mentality, their ability to handle pressure, and their tactical approach. The knives were out for Southgate and his players. The loss was a stark reminder that in football, reputation counts for nothing. For Iceland, the victory was a validation of their spirit, their hard work, and their unwavering belief. They had defied the odds, silenced their doubters, and inspired a nation. The celebrations were wild and emotional. Their Viking clap reverberated around Wembley, a testament to their unity and fighting spirit. They had shown the world that anything is possible in football. The impact of the game extended far beyond the pitch. It was a victory for the underdogs, a testament to the power of collective spirit and tactical discipline. It was a reminder that in football, as in life, surprises can happen when you least expect them. The legacy of Iceland's victory would live on, inspiring generations to come.